I had the privilege this morning to sit on a session that was kind of looking at how to publish well in quality improvement. And I'm joined with three amazing panelists who are asked to introduce themselves. So can I start with you, Julie?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Julie Reed and I'm an improvement science researcher.
Hello, I'm Nicola Burgess. I'm a professor in operations management at the University of York.
And I'm John Fitzsimons. I'm a paediatrician in Ireland, and I also teach and coach quality improvement.
Brilliant, thank you. And so you were really sharing sort of like examples of like how to do this well. As like sort of like the earlier session that we had was kind of sharing some of the pitfalls when it comes to publishing. And I was just wondering if you could kind of share like your reflections on, what you feel we need to be thinking about in terms of publishing a quality paper. Can I start with you?
Yeah, a challenging question. And I think one of the things that really stood out for me this morning was the importance of really listening to your experiences and the data that you have and kind of paying attention to when things aren't quite right, when you encounter problems, how can you lean in and solve them, or if things have gone well and you feel that you've really got something to contribute. So I think there's something about the integrity and authenticity of leaning into the difficult times, celebrating the good times that come, and how does that translate into a manuscript you can share with other people. And I think we heard today that could come in lots of different formats. So it could be a story about your quality improvement project and a journey you've been on together as a team, or it could be a deep dive into a problem you had. So if you, the example I gave was looking at the use of surveys in quality improvement. And so maybe you've had a particular difficulty or a particular challenge that you aren't aware of other people talking about. Well, that's a great place to start thinking, how can I share this idea with other people? So I think it's really about what are you passionate about and what are you experiencing that's kind of, making your brain tick, making you think that you're onto something or experiencing something that other people haven't been talking about. And I think that is a really good place to start.
Okay. So from my perspective, I think I would emphasise the importance of time. Particularly around analysis, it's very time consuming, and spending a lot of time at that point I think is really, really important, because ultimately what you're looking to do is you're looking to crystallise some key findings that have generalisability. Okay, so the quality of your research really is determined by the extent to which you can share your findings in a way that they are applicable to others in other contexts.
Thank you. And John?
Thanks. For me, I think one of the big lessons out of the session was the importance of just finding your way into this, whether it's writing quality improvement reports, getting involved in research, or writing opinion pieces. And it's great to get to the destination of publication, but it is a destination and there are many steps along the way. And I think people here doing posters today, people presenting their posters, writing short pieces, that's all part of the journey towards publication. I think you learn how to do that, and I think it's very important that both clinicians and our researchers get to write and to do that.
Brilliant, thank you. And I was just thinking for sort of like people who may be watching today who perhaps haven't ever written a paper before, what advice would you give them?
I think I think someone in the audience who said, you never write the perfect article the first time, and I think it's really letting go of the expectation that it should be great to start off with. And so often the story emerges as you write it and through the mistakes that you make, and you kind of find your way towards the key message. I think often when you read a paper, you're reading the finished article and it looks so clear and so simple, and I think I have really beat myself up for kind of, why don't I have the message? Why isn't my writing this clear? But it never starts like that for anyone. It's always a journey and a work in progress. So I think allow yourself to make mistakes, get support from other people. It is a journey that you're going to go on to find the right words and to find the key message and meaning of what you're trying to say.
Okay, so and I would echo obviously everything that you've just said there. It is a journey. It doesn't happen straight away. It's going to take time. And then to add to that, I think I would say share your work with others, get some friendly feedback, and take that on board, and build it into your work. I think we sometimes think of writing as a solitary process, but it's very rarely, completely solitary. I think bringing other people into your research ideas, getting their feedback, working with others, collaborating in terms of authorship are all really healthy and sensible things to do on your writing journey.
Yeah, and I too would echo everything there. I think we heard this morning about the importance of intelligent failure, and I think to think of writing and being involved in research and learning as being intelligent failure. I think reading is important too. Look at other areas, and I think that came through from the earlier presentation this morning. And even just going around looking at posters, how people are putting things together, framing things. Because a lot of what we're trying to do is communicate, is tell people about important things that we've learned. And if we can't communicate that, then no matter how good our learning is, then it gets lost.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom. I think one of the things that I also took away was your point, John, around just do it, just get on with it, and just give it a go. So thank you so much for sharing your wisdom, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.